What's up, Ravens fans? It's a good place to be right now. The Ravens are all alone at the top of the AFC North. It's a nice view from up here right now, but their questions, they have persisted, and so we'll jump right into them. First question today deals with the offensive line. KJ the Kid, 22, wants to know, will the offensive line ever be 100% healthy again?
No, it will not. Do we have any more buys left?
We need a bye. They had the bye, then there was kind of the mini bye last week, but they need a big bye.
Yeah,
nice, like 3 weeks off.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't think that's coming. So I think that they're going to be grinding through some injuries. You look at Marshall Yanda. I mean, here's a guy who's missed 3 games this season. He only missed 2 games the previous 7 years. He doesn't miss action for just little bumps and bruises.
Right.
It kind of tells you a little bit about the severity of his injury. You have left tackle Ronnie Stanley, missed 4 games because of the foot. I'm not sure that he's 100%. Left guard Alex Lewis, now he has an ankle injury. That's going to be 6 weeks supposedly. Even center Jeremy Zuta had an ankle injury that kept him out of a few snaps against the Browns. So they're dealing with some injuries that I think they're probably just going to have to grind through right now.
That's what the guys in the trenches do. They play through it even if they're not 100%. All right, let's go to another question. This one also deals with the offense. The question here is from Sports God 1. Clearly has a high opinion of himself. What's the future of Nick Boyle and Michael Campanero? Well, Nick Boyle, just to update you on where the Ravens are with him, he had to serve a 10-game suspension. He's eligible to come back next week, and I think that he's going to be back on the roster next week. I mean, the Ravens could potentially try to put him on the practice squad, but they have a need on the 53-man roster at tight end because of all the injuries. You saw Benjamin Watson go down. Max Williams went down for the season.
Remember when we said the tight end group was the deepest in the NFL?
Right, now you have everybody banged up. You know, when injuries seem to hit at a position and they strike in bunches. Now Crockett Gilmore's missed a couple of games with a thigh issue. So there's an opportunity. It's kind of fallen right for him. So I think he's going to be able to kind of find his way back on the 53-man squad. And then in terms of Campanero, he's on the practice squad right now. But I still think at some point during the season, there's going to be one of those late Saturday afternoon transactions. He gets moved to the 53-man squad, and he's going to come up with some big catches or maybe a punt return in a game. Right now, you know, it was interesting. The Ravens brought up Asa Jackson. He's a returner. He's on the 53-man squad now. That kind of surprised me a little bit. But I still think before the season's over, Campanero is going to get on the active roster and make an impact.
All right, last question comes from Malcolm Jamal. Malcolm asks, if we utilize the no-huddle offense more, which players would excel most? Speedy players, running game, O-line? Well, when I talk about the no-huddle offense, it's simplifying things. That's what Joe Flacco mentioned, is that it's easier to read the defense. It's easier for the Ravens offensive players. Everything's a little bit more basic. So who does that benefit? I look at wide receiver Brashad Perryman. He's essentially a rookie, and he's had so much limited practice time with Joe Flacco and in this offense. So making things a little more simple for him, I think, opens him up. And if you're kind of have the defense on his heels a little bit, they're more prone to a communication mistake. They're more prone to one-on-one coverage that's easier to communicate for the back end. That leaves him open for more deep routes. So I look at him, but it's across the board. The running game is helped because the defense is tired, keeps on moving, so it helps Terrence West, helps Kenneth Dixon. I think it helps the offensive line a little bit because they can be aggressive. They kind of get into that attacking mentality that offensive linemen like. So across the board, I think offensive players like this system.
I think one big thing to watch with this is where the Ravens use it. It's tough to run no huddle on the road. You know, it's going to be tough to go down to Dallas in that loud atmosphere and try to break it out when they haven't done a lot of it. So just keep your eye on that, you know, whether the Ravens feel comfortable in those environments using it.
Agreed.
So those are all the questions we have time for this week, but we always love to hear from you guys. So send in those questions every single week on social media. Thanks for watching today, and have a great rest of your day.